All right. So Governor Pritzker goes absolutely scorched earth on Trump's corruption in a brutal new speech. I mean, he lays out the whole case, like calling out everything from taking bribes and gifts from foreign nations to weaponizing the Justice Department to persecute political enemies. It's a lot. Let's just watch the full clip, and then I'll give you my thoughts at the end.
Good morning, Illinois Democrats. Let's give it up one more time for the real fighter for Illinois, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton. So, Illinois Democrats, are you ready to rumble? What an honor it is to join your chair, IDCCA chair, Mark Gately, and our county party chairs and our Party Builder Award recipients to celebrate the resurgence and energy of Illinois Democrats. And we've sent two really amazing, really the best people you could to represent us in the United States Senate. Senator Tammy Duckworth and Senator Dick Durbin, thank you for your service. And how about another cheer for our great House Democratic leader in Washington, Hakeem Jeffries. From Cairo to Decatur, to Peoria, to Chicago, each and every one of you is making our party stronger, helping to bring in every vote, every voice, every volunteer that keeps Democrats and our party flourishing. Don't ever think that it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. From phone banking to door knocking to protesting to rallying, you deliver victory for Democrats across the state of Illinois. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Folks, over the last 6 months, it seems like there's always someone who wants to dissect what went wrong for Democrats on the national stage in the 2024 elections. There are books and op-eds and resurrected ghosts of past Democratic campaigns showing up on Fox News and on CNN, Substacks by anyone with a computer and an opinion, tortured monologues across social media and TV. The pity party, the circular firing squad, the think tank brainstorming sessions, they just need to be over. Since the dawn of the Republic, political parties have won and lost elections and then won again, and that's what's going to happen to us in 2026. And what I'll say to those who are wondering what's next for the Democratic Party is this. She's alive and well and stronger than ever, and right here living in the great state of Illinois. Illinois Democrats know how to overcome hard times. Look what our army of happy warriors here has achieved. We worked our tails off and ousted the Republicans who tanked our state's finances and badmouthed Illinois' working families. We won a supermajority in the House and the Senate, and we won county boards and townships because of you. And we Democrats, we wasted no time turning the ship around. We took the Republicans 2 years of no budget, and we balanced 7 budgets in a row. We took 8 credit downgrades and turned them into 9 credit upgrades. We paid off all the overdue bills that the Republicans left us. We nearly doubled the minimum wage. And we invested $2.5 billion more in public education, from early childhood to K-12 to community colleges to universities. We cut prescription drug prices, and we beat back the insurance lobby to protect mental health coverage. We built a firewall around civil rights in this state, and we turned this state into a safe haven for women's reproductive rights. We invested in violence prevention, and we reduced violent crime across the entire state of Illinois. And we finally beat the NRA and banned assault weapons. Illinois Democrats shook off the rust of old poll-tested ideas, and we've governed instead with a renewed dedication to the needs and the wants of working families. And we've lifted up those who've been left out and left behind. Illinois desperately needed a new chapter, so we turned the whole damn book on its head. To the pundits and the critics about what direction the National Democratic Party needs to go, I say, take a look at Illinois Democrats. Yes, winning elections is partly about messaging and strategy, but it's mostly about values and delivering on them. And our values are exactly where they ought to be. So it's time to stop apologizing when we're not wrong. And it's time to stop surrendering when we need to fight. And yes, folks, we are messing with Texas. Our farmers and small businesses don't deserve to be bankrupted by Trump's tariff wars. Our working class families don't deserve to lose their health care because Republicans in Congress want to hand a massive tax cut to billionaires. Our federal workers don't deserve to have some 19-year-old Doge bro called Big Balls destroy their careers. Kids and adults with autism, loving contributors to our society, don't deserve to be stigmatized by a weird Nepo baby who once stashed a dead bear in the backseat of his car. Immigrants who are obeying the law and paying their taxes, hoping one day to become U.S. citizens, don't deserve to be grabbed off the street and shipped off to Libya without due process. Our brave soldiers don't deserve to be told by a washed-up Fox TV commentator who drank too much and committed sexual assault before being appointed Secretary of Defense that they can't serve this country simply because they're black or gay or a woman. And it is time to end the corruption in the Oval Office. No more gifts from foreign nations. No more bribes from media companies to get mergers approved. No more weaponizing the U.S. Department of Justice to persecute political enemies. No more firing of agency watchdogs or heads of the IRS or labor data statisticians because they refuse to lie for him when Trump doesn't tell the truth. Corruption has taken over the federal government, and it's got to stop. Now, if it sounds like I'm becoming contemptuous of the MAGA Republicans in Washington, it's because I am. They are an affront to every value this country was founded upon. There's a dark hopelessness in our national politics right now, but make no mistake, we have lived it in Illinois when we had Republicans in charge. But I'm optimistic that the nation will have a chance to play out on the national stage the story of restoration that we are writing here in the Prairie State. Ours is a story that doesn't have a cult telling us what to believe, or sycophants telling us what to say, or a king telling us what to do. You know, the last time this country faced an existential threat as a nation, well, we were guided by the values of someone who we all in the state of Illinois elected, a son of Illinois, Abraham Lincoln. He brought us together as a nation. And today, the face of a national politics of division, cruelty, and extremism, well, it needs to be stopped, and it can only be stopped by people like the people of Illinois who give hope to the nation by virtue of what we have achieved. Democrats in Illinois show what's possible when we set off on a new course, resolute in the cause of effectuating the goal of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for our people. That kind of change derives not from a blind faith in the inevitability of a better tomorrow, but a fierce belief in our ability to put the hard work in to make it so. That's what Illinois is all about. That's what Illinois Democrats are all about. A decade ago, Donald Trump descended that tacky golden escalator and began his assault on America. Now the lives and livelihoods of working families, the middle class, and the most vulnerable are under siege. Our democracy, our very democracy, is on the line. So to anyone wondering who's going to fight for them, well, look to your left, look to your right. The hero of this story isn't coming from somewhere else. It's you. It's Illinois Democrats. It's each and every one of you. So I got to ask you, Illinois Democrats, are you ready for the fight? Are you ready for the fight? Let's go get them. Thank you all very much.
Okay, so look, everything JV Pritzker is saying there about what Democrats have done in Illinois, it's true, right? They balanced the budget after the last Republican governor completely just trashed the state's finances. They protected abortion rights. They banned assault weapons. And he's right to be proud of that, honestly. But, and this is a big but, he's talking about winning supermajorities and how they turn the ship around. And it kind of leaves out one of the most, I guess you'd call it one of the most important tools they use to do it. And that's the map. The congressional map, because Illinois is like, it's home to one of the most aggressive Democratic gerrymanders in the country. And you just can't have this conversation without talking about that. Gerrymandering, I mean, what is it really? It's fundamentally rigging the system. It's this wild process where the political party in charge gets to draw the voting districts every 10 years. So instead of voters choosing their politicians, the politicians literally get to choose their voters. They use all this data to like slice and dice community, you know? They either crack a city into a bunch of different rural districts to dilute its vote, or they pack all the opposing voters into one single district so they win that one seat by a massive margin but lose everywhere else. It's a perversion of democracy, isn't it? It's designed, I think, just to make sure some votes count more than others. And let's be brutally honest here. The Republican Party has turned this into an absolute art form. It's their whole national strategy for survival. You look at a state like Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. It's a 50-50 purple state. I mean, it swings back and forth in presidential elections. But because of the gerrymandered maps the GOP drew, they can have a nearly 2/3 supermajority in the state legislature. I mean, think about that. They can get fewer votes statewide and still have almost total power. They've done the same thing in Ohio, North Carolina, Florida. It's a deliberate, cynical project to install minority rule because they know deep down, they know their actual policy ideas are wildly unpopular. The damage this does is, God, it's catastrophic. I really think it's the reason our politics are so toxic and broken. When you draw these safe districts, a Republican never has to worry about a Democrat, and a Democrat never has to worry about a Republican. So the only election that matters is the primary, right? So who do they have to appeal to? Their most extreme, most partisan, most activated base voters. There is like zero incentive to compromise, to work with the other side, to be a moderate. You do that, you get a primary challenger from the fringe, and you're out of a job. This hyper-partisanship, this gridlock, it's a direct product of gerrymandering. It's literally the whole point. So then you get to the dilemma, right? And this is the messy part. Pritzker is the governor of a state where Democrats, well, they fought back using the exact same tool. And you have to ask yourself, what were they supposed to do? Like, really, if you're a Democrat And you know that Republicans in Texas and Florida are gerrymandering themselves into a permanent majority to strip away rights. Do you just, what, unilaterally disarm? Do you just draw fair maps in your state and let the GOP rig the entire country into oblivion? It's an awful choice. I hate it. I hate that they do it, but I also kind of get the political reality, you know? It's like being in a knife fight and someone asks you to please stick to the Marquess of Queensberry rules. It's not a serious proposition. And you have to look at the purpose, I guess, the purpose behind it. When Democrats draw a map like the one in Illinois, a solid blue state, the result is a congressional delegation that, well, it pretty much reflects the blue nature of the state. And they use that power to do the popular stuff Pritzker was talking about, like raising the minimum wage, that kind of thing. When Republicans do it in a purple state like Wisconsin, the goal is to subvert the will of the voters, to give themselves power they didn't earn so they can pass deeply unpopular laws like near total abortion bans that the majority of the state opposes. One is securing a mandate, and the other is just stealing one. That's really what it is. The only real way out of this mess is to just ban it everywhere for everyone. You have to take this power away from politicians. Full stop. Some states have already done it. They use independent, nonpartisan commissions to draw the maps. You know, citizens, not party hacks, just people who are trying to draw fair districts that keep communities together. There have been federal laws proposed, like the For the People Act. What was the other one? The John Lewis Voting Rights Act, that would have ended partisan gerrymandering nationwide. And who blocked it every single time? The Republican Party. Because they know. Of course they know. They know their power depends on this broken, rigged system. So yeah, it's a disgusting practice. It rots democracy from the inside out by making people believe their vote doesn't matter. And I know it's easy to throw your hands up and say both sides do it, but you have to look closer. One side is doing it, maybe often defensively, in a system they didn't create. The other side has made it the central pillar of their political existence and will fight to the death to stop anyone from fixing it. So while I'm not exactly comfortable with what happened in Illinois, I absolutely understand it. But what the GOP is doing across the country, that's a 5-alarm fire for democracy, isn't it? It is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. While you're down there, you know the drill. Hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.